Hi everybody, my name is Ariana and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to sew a face mask with hair ties instead of elastic, because all the elastic is sold out everywhere right now. You cannot find it. So here is a awesome, even more comfortable way to make a face mask. So let's get started. So what you'll need is 2 pieces of fabric that are each 6 by 9 inches. Pins or clips. I prefer the clips because they work better with the hair ties. And then you'll need 2 hair ties. I got these Goody Ouchless seamless hair ties that came in a pack of 8 from Walmart, and they're almost like a nylon material that like bunches up, but they're super stretchy and they're perfect because they're exactly 6 inches once you cut them in half, so you don't need to do any measuring after that. So to begin, you're going to take your 2 hair ties and just clip them in half one time. So they're exactly 6 inches long. Okay. Then you're going to take your clips or your pins, and I kind of unravel them like that and then clip them on. So I clip them down about a 1/2 inch on the right side out. Okay, about a 1/2 inch down. Then you're gonna take the same hair tie, don't twist it or spin it or anything, and clip it down here. Okay, so it looks like that on the first side, and then you're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side with the other hair tie. Okay, so we have all the clips on there, and now you're going to take your other piece of fabric and right sides together. This is black, so it doesn't really matter, but if you have 2 pattern fabrics, put the right sides together. You're going to take your clips with your hair ties in there and just move them so it's clipping all 3 things together. The hair tie, the first piece of fabric, and the second piece of fabric. So it's gonna look like this when you're done. So there's the inside, the first piece of fabric, the hair tie, and the second piece of fabric. So next you're gonna take it over to your sewing machine and do a straight stitch all the way around it, leaving a 2.5 inch gap on either side. So now we've moved over to our sewing machine. We have our fabric, and we're gonna sew a 1/4 inch seam all the way around, leaving a 2.5 inch gap on one of the sides right here. And make sure you reverse stitch at your beginning and ends, as well as when you go over each of the hair ties, just because they're gonna have some tension on them most of the time. When you get to the corner of the fabrics, I just push my needle down into the fabric, and then I lift up my presser foot and just spin the fabric to go the opposite direction. And then push your presser foot down and then start sewing again. Okay, so we finished sewing all the way around our mask. I like to trim the corners just to make it a little bit of a sharper edge when you turn it inside out. So cut all your corners, not your seams though. You're gonna go to the hole that you left in your fabric and start pulling through all of your fabric and making it right side out. right, so at this point it should look something like this. Just like a plain rectangle with 2 elastics on each side. We made our way to the ironing board and we're just gonna go in through the hole. I just have a pair of scissors and push out the corners just so they're a little bit sharper. So just lay it flat. You're gonna take your iron and press both sides. Try to stay away from each of the corners just because the material of the hair ties I feel like could melt. So I just don't go over those. Just kind of stay away. Okay, we're gonna put folds in our face mask now. So start with about a 1/4 inch fold, your first one, and then press it down. And do the exact same thing up on top. Okay, and then press. Then you can flip it over. So it's gonna look like pleated on both sides when you're done with the ironing. And you're gonna go back over to your sewing machine. Okay, we're back over to our sewing machine, and again, we're just gonna do another straight stitch all the way around, 1/4 inch seam, and then we will be all done. When you get to the folds in the fabric, make sure that you sew them with the fold rather than without, because then the face mask won't look right. Trim all your threads, and you're all done. You guys enjoyed, and I hope your face masks turned out amazing. I'm not the best sewer, and even mine turned out pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself. I made about 10 of them, so they're super easy. I hope you guys stay healthy and stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.